presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
How you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
I am, thank you. I was really just commenting on the fact that I'm really enjoying the new format with you being there when the market's still open. You've assembled a great group of people. They're all great technicians. I'm just so glad that I first caught you on the radio with your little tiger growl. I'm like, who is this guy? And it got my attention, and it's really made a positive change in my life.
You're awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's making a great week, folks. Learn to ask questions. It's always better to ask questions than to make an assumption. Have the courage to ask questions until as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to that question, you won't have to make the assumption anymore because you will know the truth. What happens if they lie to you? Well, market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 46, NASDAQ down 8, S&P's up 4.5, gold contract down $13.10 at $12.43 an ounce, silver down 10 cents, $16.54 an ounce. Platinum down 14 bucks at $9.16 an ounce. You get copper flat, $2.63 a pound. Light sweet crude up 39 cents, trading $43.40 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 1 tick, 126.24. 30-year bond up 8 ticks, 156.29. Both notes and bonds, once again, folks, rejected lower price. They want higher price, lower yield. King dollar up 178 ticks at 97.120. The euro's trading at 111 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111.91 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have here? At the top of the range, we got to a price point today of 244.38. Right now, you're at 243.60. The 244.38 didn't quite make the high up on the 19th. We'll see where this shakes out today. We'll see whether you can close over the 243.51. You don't close over 243.51, that's going to be quite a failure because what you have there, that's only the high of Friday. What we had is that Friday you went sideways. Actually went a little lower intraday with 66 million shares. You're going to do all of about 47 million today. We'll see whether it can hold these 9 pennies higher than where we are right now. The Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials right now are trading at 21,440. And the Dow looks like it's not going to be able to basically hold the highs that are out there. So it'll be intriguing because if the Dow closes right here, you can make another run for the high again tomorrow. You close at 20 points lower, meaning we're up 40 points right now. You close only 20 points, that'd be a nice failure. The XLF, I'll switch gears right here for a second. The XLF, folks, looks like it's setting up an ABC structure on the way down. Right now, the XLF is at 2404. That has to close over the 2409. It doesn't close over 2409. You get a small ABC structure, a potential small ABC structure on the way down. The composite. So the NASDAQ composite, the NDX 100 has failed on price and volume. You know, right now, we hit a high out here today in the composite, 63.03. You're at 62.57. We take a look at the NDX 100, and I expect what you're going to see is that they're going to be selling this baby off into the close out here today. The 3Qs hit a high out here today of 142.29. Right now, you're at 140.83. And gold. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract, folks, this morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock in the morning. London, when gold opened up, they slammed gold. Bottom line, whether it's a fat finger, erroneous trade, all of the above, gold was down to 1236.50. It tested the low of that at our open at 820. Bottom line is that you're at 1243. For what kind of destruction could have got done inside the equities? There's not destruction. So what we do want to see is that we want to see this. The pit is closed, but even coming into 4 o'clock, I want to see this stay over 1241.70. Silver is the same type of setup. The difference in silver is that silver came back pretty quickly and didn't test that low. So intraday, that is. Silver traded down to $16.22. Right now, you're at $16.53, and that looks like it's going to catch a bid. And that's exactly what we need inside the metals market, because silver has been lagging and lagging pretty heavily. Notes and bonds, they just continue to want higher price, lower yield. Did it again this morning out here. We got to a low of 126.19. Said, see you later. I'm not going down. I want to go up. We're at 126.25. It's just laying at the top here. So you have a high volume day of June 14th, first off. That's at least going to get tested. You also have a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. That confirmed ABC structure on the way up has a price projection of 128.20, which is 2 points higher in the 10-year. We go the 30-year. 30 is setting up the exact same way, has set up the same way. The difference in the 30-year, too, folks, is that each and every day, this thing just keeps grinding higher. We are at 156.29, so there's 32 points, 32 ticks and a point. This price projection is 3 points higher than we are right now for that potential ABC structure on the way up. And King Dollar, what do we have with King Dollar? King Dollar last week couldn't handle higher price. We'll see how it shakes out this week. On the dailies and the weeklies, all of the above, King Dollar continues to build cause to get down into the 95 area. We'll see how it shakes and bakes when it gets down there. Right now, King Dollar traded to a low of 96.810. Looks like, this can make another run for 97.515. And we'll see if, in fact, that one of these days, King Dollar may get a bounce. Bottom line, that hasn't been able to get a bounce at all. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, you have Advanced Micro down 6. You have Hertz up $1.43. Nvidia's down $1.56. Apple's down 24 cents. Keep an eye on Apple, because what you do have, folks, inside the NDX 100 here is that one of the move is down, and Apple's been weak, is one of their suppliers, Skyworks. Skyworks is down 245. It's going after, it hit a high out here today of 105.20. You're at 101.91. That is going after this swing low of 100.56. And we'll see, there's a lot of support there at 100.56. But if, in fact, you go after, well, we're going to go after it. The real question is going to be, because we're right next to it, the real question is going to be how much volume, and does it break with volume? You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are up 50. You get the NASDAQ down 5. S&Ps are up 5. Gold's down 1330. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Trading is different than investing, but the opportunity to take advantage of short-term trends is only one if you get the direction right. Direction leveraged and inverse ETFs offer bold trades on U.S. and international stocks and bonds. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 44. The Nasdaq's down 8. S&Ps are off 4.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the first hour. Steve does a program every trading day, folks, right here, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Now, remember, wherever you're listening right now, you can get this right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, just hit Tiger TV. Now, as you're coming over to our website at TFNN, you can test drive Steve's newsletter, 30 days, absolutely free. The way you do that, you go to newsletters, go to Mastering Probability, you can test drive that 30 days, absolutely free. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, America's Cup is headed to New Zealand.
Yeah, pretty intense, I know. That's right.
Those Kiwis, they had a boat that, our boat, or Team Oracle, they never had a chance, and Team Oracle made a number of mistakes, and they really never were able to take over at the start of the race. It seemed like they were always behind, or they crossed the line too early, 2 of the races. Yep. And 30
seconds in that business, it's over, folks, because those boats are so fast. So,
absolutely. Yeah. But it was great to watch. It's great to watch this style of boat that they're racing. I don't know whether they'll keep this or they'll change it or whatever.
That's right, because now it's up to New Zealand. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely, absolutely. But so I thought we'd start with me asking, our viewers, our listeners, if by taking a look at this chart, I pose the question: is the Dow making a major top? And then let me go take you through what I believe the answer is, and that is that when the Dow makes major tops, and I did a workshop also, really every TFNN listener out there had the opportunity to go to that workshop where I identified the types of patterns the 2 types of patterns that are present at the beginning of every major bear market. And one of those patterns is where price moves higher does with less relative energy. And if we take a look at the top in 2007, and I'm really right here with my cursor, I developed a system that automatically draws these data points for me when this pattern sets up. And that is what was present at 2007. If I take a look at the top in 2000, and this is a daily chart, by the way, for everybody that's watching that we're taking a look at, made the same type of pattern, nice little shooting star out there when it made the actual top. If we take a look at August 2016, now here I'm taking a look at minor tops that are inside the market.
Okay.
So when the Dow in August of 2016 was making a top, the same type of pattern. And it moved lower into the November, into the election time period. But what's really important for everyone to take a look at and understand is that the Dow makes a consistent pattern when it makes what we'll call major or minor tops. And at the present time, so I take you back to this chart here. It's off just by a few points, I think, because the snapshot was about a half an hour ago. We do not have that pattern present right now. Now, that doesn't mean that the market can't pull back. It's just the question of, is the market making a major top or maybe even a minor top out there? And that pattern isn't present at the moment inside of the Dow. In fact, Tom, when a bear market gets going to the downside, it doesn't let anyone out of the market. Which is why guys like you and I were always looking for some type of signal that, in fact, it's going to get going. Bear markets, real bear markets, don't give you a second chance. So that's another little clue that we'll take a look at here in just a few moments. You see, major bear markets, they don't give you a second chance to exit. In other words, there is no long sideways consolidation, retesting of the highs, all of that stuff. If we take a look, this is a chart here, Tom, that takes us back to 1929. So I have data that takes me back all the way to 1896. So I've looked at all of these patterns going back that far inside of the Dow and other indices as well. But at the moment, my focus here is on the Dow. So if you look at the 1929 top, there was no sideways or retest. It hit the high. That was the top. The market went ahead and moved lower. There was also that same price relative strength divergence pattern. I don't have that tool on this chart here at the moment. But what I can guarantee viewers, listeners out there, is that pattern was present back in 1929. If we take a look at major tops, major bear markets, there's no long sideways consolidation. It's you get to the top and then bear markets take over and they start moving lower. Back in 1946, there was no sideways movement or retesting of the highs for any length of time out there. If you take a look at the 1966 top, it was a one and done type of scenario out there. No sideways movement and retest of the highs. If you look at the top that formed in 1973, that same top was a one and done. And again, folks, we're looking at the Dow here. So just looking at the Dow Jones for our signals, and that's what we started with when we took a look at that first chart to ask the question, is the Dow making a major top? In fact, I can also pose the question, is the Dow making a minor top as we speak at the moment?
I guess the Dow, the Dow and the S&P was at a high for 7 months before it fell apart in 2007.
Well, once it got to that final top, it was one and done. So it had made another top in July, but then when it finally made that major bear market top, it didn't let anybody out. It was boom, it was gone to the downside. Same thing here in 1987. Now, this top here was also a one and done scenario out there. Here's the 2007 top. So here's the one that took place, Tom, and I'm glad that you brought it up because here's the 2007 top going back into October. And once that high was hit, boom. It never let anybody out. Where there's some counter trend rallies, of course. I'm not talking about counter trend rallies, but there was no retesting of that actual high, of that major high inside of the bear market. The bear markets, they ring that bell once, and they don't retest the high. So if I look at the Dow right now, today we're retesting, as you said, hey, pretty good chance, depending on the close today, you're going to go back up and retest today's high, maybe even the all-time high. It's not going to ring the bell once as we take a look at it. Right now, the S&P 500 has been testing the highs for the last 3 weeks. We've been up at these highs, just moving sideways, consolidating. Doesn't mean the market can't pull back. But again, my question was, is there a major top that is forming? Is there even a minor top that is forming? The Russell 2000 has been testing the highs for the last 3 months. The New York Stock Exchange has been testing the highs for the entire month of June out there. And if I come back to my annual seasonal cycle, says that the market, the Dow specifically, ought to be making a top. Well, typically it's June 25th. That was yesterday, Sunday. So was it Friday? Was it today? Could be. And the markets could easily continue moving higher into at least mid-July before perhaps there is some type of minor top, maybe even some type of major top. We'll know because we'll see price moving higher, doing less relative energy out there. Or maybe the next significant top, and the last time was with you, we took a look at the NDX 100. This is a chart that was just grabbed just a few minutes ago. And my longer term price projection on this is 8,500. Maybe that's when the markets make their real last significant top.
And
folks,
what is the definition of long term?
Long term will be when this. I don't want to put a time frame on it. I'd rather put a price target, which is nothing more than the measured move of the consolidation pattern. So longer term, we've broken out. It's broken out. It's clear, and price should target that 8,500 level.
Listen, folks, you can come over to our website at TFNN. You can test drive Steve's newsletter right now, Mastering Probability. Go to newsletters, go to Mastering Probability, and of course, don't forget, every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time, you can listen to Steve. Just go on your cell phone, go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Thanks, Steve. Have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. Take care.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 40. You get the Nasdaq down 10. S&Ps are up 3.5. Let's go over and take a look at the GDX for a few tigers out here. Now, the GDX, folks, is the Van Eck Gold Miners ETF. This right now is down 16 cents, trading at $22.58. Bottom line is that even with the aspect of how the contract itself, was down heavy this morning, Bottom line, that they couldn't knock this down. You get 21 million shares. You're going into 47 million. Bottom line, this still wants higher price. Now, if you go over to the Nugget and take a look at the Nugget, if you were actually trading, looking at the market, pre-market out here this morning, this is pretty wild because the Nugget was trading down at the $30 level at 8.20 this morning. Bottom line is that you're down 80 cents. This also wants higher price. You get down to 31.91 when 9:30 came, meaning the markets actually opened. Bottom line, same type of setup. You got lower price, rejecting it, have lighter volume. If we go take a look at Barrick ABX, which is the largest weighting structure, this is hanging right at the high of where the downdraft was created from the Fed day, which was on June 14th. That's when Barrick went from $16.59 to $15.93. You're hanging right there. It looks like it wants to make a run up to this 1707 area. Newmont's trading at 33.76. That's also working its way into the downdraft bar. Franco-Nevada, FNV. Franco-Nevada is a royalty stock that's pulling back with 220,000 shares versus going up on 496. And Royal Gold, another royalty company out here, same type of setup. Royal Gold actually got topside with volume on Friday, 78.50, with 882,000 shares versus pulling back today with the aspect of 182,000. What I expect you're going to see out here, folks, as we get into this close, you're going to see a little sell-off. The DAX in Germany said it all this morning. The DAX in Germany was up good this morning. Bottom line, coming into that close, man, it gave it up fast and furious. Excuse me, folks. And the DAX likes to trade like the NASDAQ and the NDX. You can say, oh, the NASDAQ likes to trade like the DAX. So I suspect as we come into this close, the DAX had gone from 12,841 down to the 12,770 coming into the close out here today. So in the last basically hour of trading, that thing came down. It was fast and furious. If we go to Apple for a second, Apple more than likely will be the culprit inside the NDX today, because what you do have is this, okay? It's not that Apple's down a lot. It's not. But it's because of the structure, the weighting structure of Apple. It's right at the cusp right now that every time that it gets down like to even just another 10 cents, it is, in fact, is taking the NQs and slamming the NQs down like 5 points at a time. And it has to do with, of course, the weighting structure. It also has to do with, though, the aspect of where the rest of the equities are, meaning inside the NDX 100, in correlation. And so what you have out here, NetEase is already putting some down pressure on it. That's down 4%. Skyworks, which is an Apple supplier, is down 2.6%. Illumina is down 1.8%. Putting positive into it out here today is that you have the Fox, 20th Century Fox. Fox is up 3.3%. Viacom's up 3%. And so you have the media companies. They're the ones that are up today, and those have been dogs. I'm not sure whether that's because Facebook is going to try to do something with the media companies. But bottom line, Viacom has been a one-way trade. 3 months ago it was at $46. You're at $35. I get a feeling this is where this gets interesting too when this is set up like that. So Fox is at $28. Yeah, same setup, man. 3 months ago it was at 32. So bottom line is that you're getting a dead cat bounce out here. We take a look at some of the high volume stocks out here. This is what you have. Hertz. So let's go look at Hertz, because you had, well, actually Avis first. Watch this, Avis. There's Avis. So Avis is up $3.16, trading $27. These guys have been dogs also. Now with the news out here today inside Avis is that Google, well, Alphabet, is inking a deal. Waymo, the self-driving car unit of Alphabet, which is Google, has reached an agreement for Avis Budget Group to manage its fleet of autonomous vehicles. It's the first such deal in a field that's still fledgling but exploding with partnerships. Avis shares surge. It's going to be really interesting. This autonomous driving deal, folks, is going to be here much quicker than most of us think. And guess what? It's real. It's going to be intriguing watching. Are they going to put... So picture, I suspect when they're building new roads now, they're going to end up having, little chips actually in the road. Because the bottom line is that most of these autonomous cars, whether it's 6 cameras, 8 cameras, they're really cognizant of what's around them at all times. The straightness of how they go is there also. So we'll see where this does go. If we go, so that was Avis. If we go to Hertz, what you have here, now Hertz is up $1.23. This thing is absolutely a dog. It's going to be interesting to see if, in fact, any type of deal with Apple can actually save them. Because, so Avis came out with that one. This one here, Apple is leasing a small fleet of cars from Hertz Global to test self-driving technology. Agreement that echoes a larger deal between competitors Google and Avis. Hertz shares soared the most in 2 years. Bottom line is that we'll see if Apple has to end up basically bailing out Hertz, because the way that Hertz looks to be out here, folks, it looks like it not only wants lower price, but that baby, you're talking about something like $5. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go and we take a look at the euro. So the euro out here, folks, trading at a price point of 111. Bottom line, this probably gets into, well, we're at 111.80. 111.65 is probably game out here. The dollar, that opposite correlation inside it. We'll see how this shakes out into the close. Look at this. This is pretty amazing. The dollar still, you're up 188 ticks, but this doesn't even look like it wants to stay into the close again. This would be amazing if it, so the spike on Friday got you 97,145. It couldn't hold that. We made 97,160. Right now you're at 97,135. Going to be interesting watching that whole thing come into the close out here today, because what you certainly have is on a continual basis, that dollar just continues to get sold. Inside the XLF, this will be interesting coming into the close today, because the XLF is set up a small ABC structure on the way down. Right now we're $24.02, and we'll see. Yeah, you get a high volume low from this morning. That can get into $23.95 in about a heartbeat. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now down, up 37. Nasdaq's down 13. S&Ps are up 3. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 33. You get the Nasdaq down 15. S&Ps are off 2.5. Let's go take a look at the volume out here. So what we're going to see out here is that right now you're at 525 million on the NYSE. We get over to the Nasdaq Composite, and we are going to have, folks, the Composite out here has done 1.8 billion. The Composite has got to a higher high. So Friday you had the all the Russell indices do their rebalance. You had the Nasdaq Composite go higher, had volume. Bottom line, now what do you have? Now you have a test with lighter volume, couldn't handle price. You're coming into the 9th, which was the first downdraft inside the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ. So what you're going to have out here is you're going to have about, we're at 1.8 billion. We'll probably do about 2.1, 2.2, going into 3.1, failing there in price and volume, and also, of course, failing from the highs that were generated out here on Friday, where we did 4.1 billion. If we take a look at the Qs, you want to do that correlation inside the Qs. What you have is this, is that the Qs got over all the highs. We are not the high, meaning how you blew downtown on the 9th. That's when we went from 143.90 to 138.11. We got to 142.29 today. You're at 140.50. Bottom line, you have 29 million shares going against 109. So what that sets up is that sets up a run for the lower part of where we've been since the 9th of June, which would get you 137. On the 18th and 17th of May, you also have those high volume lows that want to get tested. Now, what's certainly going to get intriguing here is that you get July 4th next Tuesday. The market's closed half a day on July 3rd. This is window dressing coming into the end of this week. And guess what? I don't think there's going to be a lot of folks trading out here also on Friday. Because Friday's in the summer, number one, you know, basically slower, with the aspect that you have July 4th on that Tuesday. There's going to be a lot of people that taking off. If we go over to the Qs again for 1 second, what you're going to see is that this is where the pressure starts coming in. The low out here for the day, and more than likely we're going to see that get tested. You had that spike low out here at 10:30 this morning, 11:30 this morning. That was 57.68. Right now you're at 57.82. Inside the E-minis, what we have is that the E-mini out here is trading. Yes. There we go. E-mini is trading at 24.37. And the spike low out here this morning was 24.30. That'd be interesting. It wasn't. That was last night. 24.34. We can make 24.34. Right now you're at 24.38. And what you have had out here, basically on a consistent basis right now, is that the market has been basically selling off just slightly, coming into the close a couple of days last week. Today, that's what it looks like, and we'll see whether that's a change of trend as you come into the close that they're selling it versus buying it. We go take a look at the kings out here, meaning Amazon. Amazon out here got to a high again today of 109. Right now you're at 994. That's not giving the NDX any help. Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft is trading. That trade is from 71.71. We're at 70.58 right now. Google went from 993. We're at 972. These are all going to go for the lows. This is going to be interesting watching this shake out. So they all did the exact same thing. They got into the downdraft. The downdraft being the 9th. That's where they all got basically taken pretty good. They got into that, and thus far what they've done is that they have failed. Facebook was the only one that actually got over that level, I believe, and that failed also. So Facebook got to a new high today, 156.50, yeah. That got over the high of the downdraft of the 9th, 155.59, and has failed. That's setting up. Going to make a run for the low. Let's go to Ari in Arcadia, Florida. Hey, Ari, what's going on?
Hi, Tom.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Good.
Go ahead, Tom.
What are we going to look at today?
ARNC.
Okay, let's...
They were spun off from Alcoa Aluminum.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay. So let's say...
And today, they did the installation. They used them as insulation in the building, that 40-story building that burned in England.
I see. Whoa.
And they're taking out a swing point.
That's intense. Okay.
From February.
Look at that. Wow. Okay, so let's go through this. Okay, so this is a spinoff, as Ari was just telling us, from Alcoa, which Alcoa has been a dog for a long time. So they provide lightweight multi-material solutions in the building construction business and the commercial transportation business. The low's 16, the high's 30. You're trading at $24.03. Okay, so do you own this? We looking to buy it? What are we doing?
No, I do own it.
Okay. Okay, so it held 22.13. That's where the strength is. Well, I guess the way to do this, I'd put a stop under that 22.13. You don't want that to get under it. We got to 22.65 today. So when this, in February, Ari, this is where it had strength. So thus far, it's come back and rejected that. And it looks like, well, let's see, no, 39... 18. Well, the good news is it didn't hit the swing, meaning that low there of 22.13. The bad news is that you already got 18 million shares for one day, and you're dealing with only 39 million for the week. You know what I'm saying?
It went through it, Tom, then it went above it.
It went through that. I've got it on a weekly. That's what I did.
Yeah,
so
but if you look at
on
the daily, it went through it and then back up.
That's correct, but you're looking at what's happening here is that, let me pull this back a little bit for you so you'll see what's happening here. So when this thing went up, that's what he's looking at is 2309. It goes under it. It went back up. It rejected it. You're still going to have too much volume, though. That's the key here. I'd be careful, man. You know, this thing came down hard, and you know that's a real problem because the liability issue on this is huge. You know, it's saying that this company plans to stop some sales of types of flammable panels used in London's Grenfell Tower following a deadly inferno at the high-rise apartment building this month. The manufacturers under scrutiny after media reports said that how do you pronounce this? Arconic?
Arconic.
Arconic was aware that the material known as Rio Bond PE was a fire hazard. So, get a stop in, man. Don't hang around.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are up 31. Nasdaq's down 10. S&Ps are up 2.5. We'll be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 26. You get the Nasdaq down 14. S&Ps are up a couple points. We go take a look at the. So we had looked at a couple of the high flyers. We had looked at Walmart. We haven't looked at Walmart yet. That's what we want to look at because you get the races on between Walmart and the Amazon. So Walmart, bottom line, this had come down fast and furious when Amazon went after Whole Foods. We got off a high of $80, got down to 73. Out here today, bottom line, it can't handle higher price. So this is going to go after the $73.29 once again. That's a high volume, high that's kind of laying out there big time. It's going to be intriguing seeing how, in fact, that gets into that lower area because there's no doubt that the amount of competition inside that area is going to be huge. Let's go to Target. We take a look at Target. They're probably all set up kind of with the same. Well, Target's actually a mess. So Target's down from $76. Yeah, $74. You're trading at 51. This also has a high volume swing low. And this is that support, but this got big trouble. The thing that's amazing, actually, some of these folks, like Target, so the high of the low in Target from 2008 was 42. You're at 51. This thing looks like it's going to go after it. And you got to ask yourself, business-wise, a lot of these are going to change, because if you're going after the highs of the lows of 2008, that is a huge problem, because that was a long way down. No two ways about that. We go take a look at the United Technologies, UTX. United Technologies out here is hanging up at a highs. You're at 121. And it's be interesting to see if now this is we have three different highs up here. This has been hanging at the same place since April. The first high there was 120.66. Second high was the 124.45. Last week we reached 122.84. This week we reached 123. This also we'll see how it handles these highs, because this looks like, to me, you've had multiple tests over and over again. Each time, bottom line, the volume has contracted, and when you add highs like that and you get that volume contracting and you get the test that's done after the fact that you already came down in the NDX 100, in the NASDAQ, on the 9th of June, we'll see where that, if in fact the NDX 100 and the composite will bring that baby south once again. Now, let's go to the IBB. So, because the IBB, folks, turned around and brought that composite right back topside. And the IBB right now, last week, we went from a price point of 290 up to 320. And it's not backing off. So hasn't tested the high yet. This high of 323. It's certainly not backing off, though. And for that composite to get into lower numbers, I'd be looking for that test inside the IBB. Don't forget, folks, of course, we start programming at TFNN every trading day, 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We go to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, we go to 6. Now, all this programming you can get right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you're going to see Tiger TV. Hit that banner, Tiger TV. Our servers will understand what type of communication device you're on, and we'll get some great HD quality video as well as audio delivered up to you. We go over to the oil market. Bottom line, oil market can't handle higher price either. Crude right now is at 43.47, up 46 cents. Anemic volume. This baby's building cars to get into the $40 level. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are up 23. Nasdaq's down 16. S&Ps are up 2. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night and a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Manifest your true intentions. Be impeccable with your word. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will be manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will be manifested through what you say each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 14, Nasdaq down 18, S&P's flat, gold contract down $11, $12.4470, silver down 10 cents, $16.54, platinum off 13 bucks at $9.16 an ounce, copper flat at $2.63 a pound. Light sweet crude up 41 cents, $43.42 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 2 ticks, 126.25. 30-year bond up 11 ticks, 156.31. King dollar up 178 ticks, trading at 97.120. The euro is at 111 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 111.87 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You got a test of the Friday's level as well as last week. The high out here of 244.73. Bottom line, you got the 244.38. You closed at 243.26. That says you got a failure in price, failure in volume. We did 53 million shares versus 132 million of the downdraft where the high was on the 9th. So what does that set up? That sets up now. We had summer trading, Monday, Friday, slow trading, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That being said, you can get some volume in these markets. I expect what you're going to see now is that the SPY is going to try to run down to 241.63. We'll see if we have any volume down there. Last time down there, which is on the 16th, that was the test of the 9th. That had lighter volume, rejected lower price. Tried to go topside, couldn't handle it. Tested the topside. Dale today, couldn't handle it. Downtown, here we come. Dow Industrials, same type of setup in the Dow. Dow actually gave up quite a bit. The Dow got to 21,506 today. So it ended up giving up 97 points from the highs to where we closed out at. We're 21,409. I expect that's also going to try to make a run into this 21,333 area, which was the low out here generated on Friday. Now, the culprit was the NDX 100 as well as the composite. The composite out here got to a high, not the high, because on the 9th of June, that's when we came down from the price point of 63.41 down to 61.37. We got to 63.03. Bottom line is that ended up getting down, closing at 62.47. That sets up a run down to the lower end of where we've been trading, which would give you 61.07. The NDX 100, same type of setup. That's that basically there was some decent selling inside there today. Now this also tried to get to a higher high, couldn't handle it. You had 33 million shares going against 109 million. So you got to a high of 142.29. You closed at 140. That's saying, hey, now it wants to go to the bottom end of this small consolidation, which is 137.47. Gold contract, what we had with gold is that they smacked gold at 4 o'clock in the morning. Bottom line, it bounced back we'll see what we do want to see. You want to see a sign of strength inside the gold market, which is certainly, we certainly did get out there today. GCUs. What we did get out here is that you got an intraday test. Bottom line, it closed inside the lower range, meaning inside 1241.70. So that's saying, guess what? You're going to go right after the 1284 again, and we'll see whether they can get up to the 1298.80. Silver, same type of setup. The silver actually came back quicker, and I'd love to see a sign of strength in silver. Silver got down to 1622, closed out at 1655. Bottom line is that the Wednesday of the Fed day, that's a 1736. I do expect that you're would likely make a run into those levels. Now, notes and bonds, they just don't stop. The 10-year note out here, we're at 126.24. That's an ABC structure up, confirmed ABC up, with a price projection of 128.20. The 30-year also is a confirmed ABC structure up with a potential price of 159.30, 3 points from where we are. Bottom line, closed at a high. And now listen to this. This is a trip. You know, when we talk about notes, bonds, and, you know, interest rates. Interest rates, folks, bottom line, regardless of what the Fed is doing, meaning that they've been going up on short-term rates, the rate structure has been coming down. The 10-year right now out here is trading 2.13. If, in fact, we get this full price projection of the ABC structure, that's going to be under 2. Now, what we had out here this morning, this afternoon rather, is that, you know, of course, the Treasury is always auctioning bonds off, right? Bonds, notes, all of the above. Well, in anything, by the way, anything under 10-year is called a note versus a bond. That's the only difference. It's still debt. Bottom line, they auctioned off $26 billion today of 2 years, okay? So check this out. This is how much money is going after bonds. The bid to cover ratio, meaning that they have an auction, bottom line, it was 3.03. Now, that was the highest bid to cover since 2015. That's the first part of it. The second part of it is actually pretty more intense, is that what happens with the Treasury auctions in particular, the primary dealers do have to bid. What does happen is that when the indirect bidders, okay, which is the pension funds, mutual funds, they turned around and they bid, they bought 56% of it, up from 45%, so they're hungry in a huge way. Direct bidders, which was also high, was 18.3%, and the actual primary dealers, there's so much demand right now for short-term debt. This is crazy, actually, is that this is the lowest percentage that they have ever got since 2003. So that is one big heads up. And we do look at the note and bond structure across the world. 10-year, 2.13. We're going lower, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed up 14. NASDAQ down 18. S&P's flat. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Trading is different than investing, but the opportunity to take advantage of short-term trends is only one if you get the direction right. Direction leveraged and inverse ETFs offer bold trades on U.S. and international stocks and bonds. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Industrials finished up 14, NASDAQ down 18. Let's go take a look inside the Dow Industrials, strength versus the weakness out here today. And certainly the Dow gave up some points coming into the close. Strength inside the Dow Industrials today was Goldman Sachs. That put 22 positive points into it. Disney put 8. You had IBM put 7. American Express put 5. Taken away from it, Boeing. Boeing took 15 negative points. Chevron 5, Microsoft 4, McDonald's 4, Apple 3. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness. The strength was the media companies. They were all dead cat bounces too. You had Fox, Viacom, and then well, you have 2 Fox because you have A shares and just normal shares. Taken away from it, you had NetEase, that was down 3.8%. Skyworks was down 2.9%. Now, Skyworks is a Apple supplier. Illumina was down at 2.3%. If we go to Skyworks for a second and take a look at Skyworks, what you're going to see out here is that Skyworks tried to get to the top of the small consolidation it's been in after its downdraft on the 9th of June. 9th of June, we went from 112 to 104. We got to 105.20 today, closed at 101. And what's going to be intriguing here, folks, is that the swing point on Skyworks is 100.56. That's going to go after that tomorrow morning. And the way that it's trading, you know, your probability is pretty good. Number one, that you're going to get there. And we had an expansion of volume today when the market is not even close to an expansion of volume. So that's looking to me like Skyworks can get down to $88.90. Where that is, that's the high of the 20th where it had gapped higher. The day prior to that was at 78 bucks, gapped up. It's been on its way higher since then, that level. We go take a look at Apple. What you're going to see is that, you know, Apple traded from 148 down to 145 today. Apple looks like it's also going to go after the lower end of this consolidation the last 2 weeks. So that lower end is laying out there at 142, and Apple looks like it's going to go to the same place. And this was all about numbers. That's 130, and right now you're at 145. We go take a look at the XLF. So financials, bottom line, up today 13 cents. The XLF is a slow-moving vehicle anyway. Bottom line is that couldn't hold price. This looks like it's going to be a small ABC structure on the way down, bringing this thing down into like the $23.25 area. We'll see whether, how we get down into that area. It does have a high volume swing low at 22.97. We take a look at some of the higher weighted structures inside the XLF. Berkshire Hathaway is the number one. This is down from a high of 177. You're at 167. No big deal there. Same type of setup, though. We came down Friday on 4 million. It couldn't hold price today with 2.5. That's saying that, you very well may have a small ABC down. In this case, it's only like $5, which would get you into the 163 area. And the last swing point out here is 162 to 160. The XLE, so oil, well, first let's go to the oil market. We'll go to the oil and the gasoline market. So oil out here today, trading at $43.39. It was up 0.8%. This is a little dead cat bounce. Yeah, not enough volume, not even close, man. This is going to be interesting because if this thing can't even bounce to 44.45, this is almost looking like the U.S. dollar that just has a continuous sell on it. Because this downdraft from the 24th of May was pretty intense, folks. Okay, we went straight from $52.10. We hit a low last week of $42.05. So you're talking about $10 and a half a month. Yeah. Bottom line is that it looks like it wants to go to a lower price. And when we talk about lower price inside the oil market, if we bring this back, we put this, what you're going to see is that the lower end of this consolidation is laying out there at $39.13. There's no reason it can't hit it. We'll see whether how we get down into that level. Now, if we go over to the XLE, folks, started the downdraft, meaning that when you take a look at the physical oil or gasoline versus the equities, the large integrated oil and gas companies, the oil and gas companies started its downdraft in December of 2016. So this has been going down big time. We went from 78, we hit a low last week of 63.64. Now, you failed again today on this, baby. This thing wants lower price, and so it's going to be intriguing watching this thing because it looks to me like you could actually make, let's see, so 61. Okay, so 60, right there. $62.58 is going to be something to keep your eye on because if we don't hold $62.56, that opens $58 in a heartbeat, and it also opens up $56. If we go to ExxonMobil, largest weighting structure, that couldn't hold price today. Really sideways move, nothing really heavy. Still down $10 from the last 6 months. Chevron, same setup. Chevron is actually, looks like it's building some pretty good force to get into the lowest swing of 102.60. Right now, you're at the 104.14 mark. Schlumberger, which is the third largest weighting inside the XLE, this has already broken down. Schlumberger has just gone from 87 to 65. That time span was January till today. This is also a heads up. Let me put this in a monthly for a second. Yeah, this is a heads up that this thing's going after its swing low, man. This is pretty intense. So your last swing low in Schlumberger was $59.60. And that's a high volume swing low, and it's going after it. The amazing part about it is that the highs of the lows of 2009 were 47. The lows are 35. But depending on how we hit, and if we hit this 59, that thing could be in serious trouble too. So let's go over and we take a look at the unleaded gas market, since we all use that every single day. So unleaded gas today going at 143 for unleaded, number 2. Okay, this looks like it wants a little bounce. So we got down to 140.20 today. You're at 143.19. And yeah, this looks like we're going to get a bounce somewhere up into the, this could be quite a bounce actually. A normal bounce on this gets you 147. And right now you're at 143 and change. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at the TLT. We were talking bonds, we were talking notes, all of the above. TLT did the 5.4 million shares today. You know, you have a very small price spread, but the bottom line, you're at highs holding price. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed up 14, NASDAQ down 18, S&P's up 1. We're going to be right back, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. You had Bank of America up 7 cents. You had Advanced Micro down 9. Hertz was up $1.29. Hertz is doing a deal with Apple. That's a small deal, but the bottom line is that autonomous driving deal. Avis was the big winner out here today. Avis was up $3.43. They are doing with a deal, and Google's going to be running their whole autonomous division, which is going to be pretty wild. So we're going to be getting around, folks, not too long in driverless cars, which is just pretty wild. You had Regions Financial up 18 cents. U.S. Steel was down 45. Let's get over and take a look at the infrastructure market. We'll start with U.S. Steel. We take a look at U.S. Steel. So this equity, we take a look at the last 6 months. It started off at $21, gets up to $42, $41.84. The 21st of February comes right back down to the $20 level. Right now you're at $21.08. This, I suspect it's going to bounce around here for a bit. It has plenty of support here. It had traded here from April of 2016 going all the way over to November of 2016 rather. No action though. That's the bottom line. AKS, we go take a look at AKS. Same type of setup. AKS right now is trading at $6.54. This stock started out at $3.87. In September, gets up to $11.39. You're right back downtown. So there's no doubt there's support where we are at this particular point. But that is also indicating that, guess what, the infrastructure bill that we haven't seen, we're not going to see it. Now, Boeing, defense contractors, whole different ballgame. This has been a one-way trade out here. When you take a look at Boeing, Boeing was this year alone. We went from October, it was $130. You're at $200. We hit $204 today. Big number. LMT, we take a look at Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin's trading $279, and this also is at all-time highs. This last 6 months went from 228 up to 283. That also is hitting all-time highs. The big dogs out here inside the NDX 100 that took it south today. Well, let's go to the SMHs first. So the SMHs, they went from a price point of $86.68, closed at $85.34. They were unloading this baby too. Expect what you're going to see now. That's going to come down to the $83.13 level. The NVDA, which has been a high flyer out here, that got to a high today of 156, ended up closing out at 152, and this looks like it wants to test the area of 142, and that's where we were on the 9th as well as the 10th of June. The FANG stocks out here, you got Amazon went from 109 to 993. It's inside the lower range. This thing wants to make a run to lower price. Google, same type of setup. Google went from 993 to 972. That's quite a span, no doubt about that. Microsoft went from 71.71 to 70.53. And Facebook, now Facebook was the one that actually tested the high. Facebook made it back all the way to its high, that June 9th area. So now what you do have is that you have a test of that high, lighter volume, failure on price, failure on volume. We hit 156.50 today. It closes at 153.59. That also sets up a run for the lower end of this, which is going to be the 144 area. So calendar-wise, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can expect some volume coming in this market. We go over to the gold market. First we take a look at the XAU. XAU held price today. Now this is pretty amazing, folks, because if you woke up this morning and you're in the gold market, you know that this baby, the gold contract itself got hit. The equities not so much. The XAU traded to a low today of 82.16, closed out at 82.83. And what you do have here is that what we did last week is that last week you rejected lower price on the XAU, in the XAU as well as the HUI, had lighter volume, and so what that sets up a run for the XAU somewhere between $90.82, which is $10 higher, up into the 97.20. The Gold Bugs Index set up the exact same way. What I like about the Gold Bugs Index right now is that even today, this thing rejected lower price in a big way. We got down to 191.17, closed at 192.71. Last week, you rejected lower price, had dramatically lighter volume, so this looks like it's set up to run up to the 216 to 222 area. And we'll see how that shakes out in the next couple of days, because what we do have, it looks to me like you only have 2 or 3 days this week that real volume can actually come into these indices, including XAU, HUI, all of the above. We take a look at the largest weighting structure inside those indices, ETF structures. It's Barrick. And Barrick Gold kind of held its own out here today. That was down 14 cents, $16.34. Newmont, which had been a dog, bottom line is was, in fact, and is looking better. The consolidation in Newmont has been on since the March 1st area, and you are inside the downdraft bar of the 14th. 14th was Fed Day, folks. That's when we went from 35.11 down into that 33 area. That was fast, furious, all of the above, no doubt about that. If we take a look at Nico Eagle, AEM, this is still basically pretty much close to highs. The highs of the last 3 or 4 months have been $50. Right now you're at 47.27, and bottom line, you actually didn't even get back. What Nico Eagle didn't do is it didn't even get back to its strength from the 28th of April. Now that's positive. So when you're pulling back, hit a low of 45.56. You're talking about 44.09 was where it actually had strength. You can make the argument all the way down to 42.59. So when you see that happen, when you don't get all the way back into where you basically had a nice sign of strength taken off from, that actually is showing that it's actually that much more powerful. We go over to the platinum market, which has no doubt basically lagged the market in a huge way. What you did do with platinum out here today, we traded to $912, and you closed at $916.40. And this is really close, because I would have actually liked to see this close at $922. You get a couple swing lows, $917.40, $916.50, but you want this higher. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Can't cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up 14, NASDAQ down 18, S&Ps were flat. Let's go over and take a look at some of these utilities. So, utility equities in general, folks, okay? Bottom line, rates stay low. People want utilities. Rates go higher, utilities get killed in about 2 seconds because people buy utilities for their net gross yield. If we start with Duke Energy, you're going to see the gross yield on Duke Energy is 3.94%. Duke's trading at $86.70. And if we put this on a longer-term chart, what you're going to see is that this baby's been consolidating since October of 2014. And we're coming up to the high. So this is going to be really great watching how this, goes after the high. So the high of Duke is $87.29. We hit $87.05 today. Now, this is going to need a heck of a, the high is $89.97. That was generated in January of 2015. The last time we got up here, it hit 87.31. You did 60 million shares versus 59 million. It pulled back. Bottom line, we're back up here again. What we've done thus far is you've done 46 million. And, yeah, you did 2 million today. So it's gonna be close. I mean, it's 2, that's 3 5s of 15. That will get you 60 million. That'd be interesting, man. We did 60 million plus. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do about the same amount of volume. Now, the reason I brought these up is the aspect that what you're going to see is another indication that rates are coming down, look like they're going to stay down, which is pretty amazing. If we go to Edison, this is EIX. Let's see where they do business. EIX. Okay, so okay, so Edison, develop, acquire, operates electric power generations. It doesn't say which states. Oh, I see. Well, this one's in California. Bottom line, I'm sure they're doing business all over the country. This here is paying 2.7%. It's gross. We take a look at this and we put this. Yeah, this is at all-time highs. This whole interest rate structure is going to be intriguing. Yeah, this is at all-time highs and it just doesn't look like it, also it's not looking to basically pull back, anytime soon. We get over and we take a look at the TLT. So the TLT is the 20-year ETF bond fund. The TLT, we're at 128.26. This is making its way, it's eating its way into the downdraft from November. The high of that downdraft was 132. Now, the low of that was 119. So what you can see here, folks, is this. We're already 9 points into the bar. You're at 128.26. And most of the time what that does is that, guess what? You're into the bar that far, it wants to go all the way back to the top swing point, which is 143. Now, that's going to be one heck of a move. And what that's saying is that when you do go over and we take a look at the bonds, the 10-year, I'll pull the 30-year up right now on a continuous contract, that, regardless of what the Fed's doing, these bonds want higher price. So right now the 30 years at 156 on this continuous contract. That's saying we're going for 164. Your ABC structure up is a price projection of 159.30. The high is 177. So this is pretty intense, because when we came down, it came down fast and furious. Now, what the bond market still hasn't done, which is just amazing. If we bring this back, I get this back on a continuous contract. The last time that the bond market, folks, took out a swing low is December of 1999. That's 17 years. That each and every time this thing goes higher, you just haven't taken out a major swing low. It's pretty amazing, actually. You've had vicious retracements. That's why so many of us have thought it many times that, hey, guess what? These rates are going higher. I haven't thought that for quite a while, but guess what? Go back 6 to 7 years, and I thought they had to go higher. But guess what? Once you start figuring out the aspect of technically how they were trading, they wanted higher price, and then fundamentally, it really has to do with the rate structure across the world. That's what we're dealing with here. You're 2.1 on our 10-year. The United Kingdom is at 1. France is at 0.5%. Germany's at 0.2. Italy is at 1.8. Spain is at 1.3. You're not going to have a differential that is, in some of these cases, 70, 80, 90% more. That's what we have in the aspect of a 10-year note. It just doesn't make any sense, because what you have is that the amount of demand that comes in the marketplace is absolutely huge. And as I said just a little bit earlier, that 10-year, that 2-year note today, the auction on that note, you can see that it was 3-to-1, the ratio coverage. And that is one big ratio coverage, folks. 877-927-6648. We get over and we take a look at the yen. So we know, let's go to the Nikkei first. So we take a look at the Nikkei. Nikkei last night traded up 20 bucks. You are at 20,153. Let's get this here. Okay, so that had light volume, couldn't hold price. That being said, we go back and we take a look at the yen. What has happened with the yen out here today is that the yen has gotten weaker. We are trading right now 111.92. You got over the 111.79, which was the high of last week. The next swing point is 112.13. That's going to go for it, and that's the reality. We'll see how it can handle it. What's cool is that if we go back into here, and this is where you can always get a clue, probability-wise, as to how this baby's shaking out. So when I go back into the Nikkei, what you're going to see is that you had a failure on price and volume. So that's saying the Nikkei wants to go lower tonight. If the Nikkei wants to go lower, your probability gets higher that you're going to have a failure of the yen getting weaker tonight versus getting stronger. But technically, when you look at it, it looks like first it wants to get higher, meaning if the yen goes higher, that means it gets weaker. But when I take a look at that Nikkei, the Nikkei wants to go down. So that's telling me, when we put that all together, that you're actually going to have a stronger yen after the open in Asia tonight. You're going to have a Nikkei that is going to go lower, and we're going to have a gold contract that wants to go higher, because the correlation is a direct correlation between where the yen goes and the actual metal goes. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. And, folks, if you would like to test drive the gold report, great time to do it. You can come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters, Well, actually, just go to newsletters. They're all right there. You can test drive the Gold Report, 30 days absolutely free. You can also test drive my daily Market Insights, 2 weeks absolutely free. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Percentage-wise, what we had out here is that you had the Dow up 0.07% today. NASDAQ was down 0.3. You had the S&P out here flat. If we go take a look at the small caps, the IWM. IWM traded up 17 cents, $141.08. And that, baby, that does look like it's going to test the high of 2 weeks ago. That high, which was on June 9th, that's when basically the NDX 100 as well as the NASDAQ got smoked. That high is 142.90. We got to 141.53 today, and the small caps didn't give it up. I mean, it just laid there. So I expect we are going to see that high tested. If we bring that correlation right into the actual indice, meaning the Russell 2000, what you're going to see is the Russell is at 1416. That number for the test would be 1433.79. That's, you had all those indices. Look at that. Yeah, those indices rebalance themselves. And bottom line is that thing wants to get tested. What we did have out here today is that you had the leaders, meaning the NDX 100 in the NASDAQ. They couldn't handle it. What is intriguing, there's no doubt about that, is that now Apple wasn't down a lot. It's one of its suppliers was down good. Another supplier out here, which is QRVO. Thanks, Duffy. This also was down pretty good. $3.53, trading $66.41. Now, this is off a high of $78. That being said, you came down into strength, and you came down into strength pretty heavily. Looks to me like it's not going to be able to handle it. The price point we're talking is $67.26. So we broke that today. It looks like we have game down to 65 to 61. If we get it to 65.97, which seems like it's pretty easy because you're talking only 47 cents down where we are. If you get down there with volume, then that's setting up the lower end of that bar. And if we do go over and you take a look at Skyworks, which is another large supplier of Apple, what you're going to see is that this is going after the low end of its consolidation. So you want to keep your eye on Skyworks for sure, and this is why. So what happens, folks, is that the NDX and the composite, when that thing came down June 9th, it was fast, furious, and just ba-boom. If we see this break this tomorrow morning and you start running for this $88, you are going to see some heavy selling inside that NDX 100 again. You know, because NVDA, what you're going to see, NVIDIA is set up for some heavy selling right now. You're at 152. That has that high volume low that is laying out here at 142. And remember, NVIDIA, that stock went from 168 to 142 in 6.5 hours on the 9th. When you talk about volatility, let's go over and take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, that got hit today. That was down $356. That's trading $23.51. And this it's going to be what's going to be intriguing about Bitcoin is that this is parabolic, no doubt. Has been in a consolidation since the 25th of May. The bottom wants to get hit. This 2076. You know, we'll see what that hits tomorrow. It certainly gapped away. You know, at the open today of trading. You know, ran down to this 22.55. Closed at 23.50, so it is the Wild West, no doubt. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. Go have a blast with it. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Go get 'em, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.